Guys, I apologize that this video unfortunately has to start on an extremely sad and inconvenient note, but that's just how it is. And guys, I can't even imagine, but it's true. Today has been a mountain of emotions, guys, and not only for me, but for absolutely every person that there is or maybe takes even the slightest of interest in sports. Like, it's not necessary just in sports, but in general, it was extremely sad. So guys, welcome to another video. And it's true, Kobe Bryant is no more with us. And the worst part of it all is that it wasn't even his fault. He was traveling in a helicopter along his daughter and a few other passengers, of course, and the helicopter crashed in California, and the rest is all history. It's extremely devastating, guys, to even hear such a news. Such an eminent personality. Everybody knew him, everybody loved him, and I really give my condolences to him, his soul, and his entire family for the loss of two beautiful people from it. And without further ado, let's begin with the rest of the video. Kim Jong Un's aunt, who was once reported killed, makes her first appearance in 6 years, guys. So, yes, the North Korean leader Kim Jong Un, he apparently executed his own aunt called Kim Kayong Hui, if that's how you pronounce it, who was, yeah, once reported to have been killed by the leader himself. And now she suddenly makes her first ever public appearance, or maybe her first ever appearance out of the dungeon where he keeps all of his people. And that is, guys, extremely mysterious, as I would say, because you can't just get like lost or become invisible for straight 6 years. There has to be like an extremely maybe scary, maybe interesting backstory to whatever happened. Maybe he kept her in a dungeon with the dragon. Maybe she was living a lavish life inside Kim Jong Un's big mansion, which I suppose he has. Aside from other news, guys, let us get back to coronavirus. Yes, I agree. I know I've been talking a lot about it lately, but guys, that thing over there, like that could be somewhere in China or many other countries by now. That thing scares me. I don't know why. More because today I encountered an amazing fact. Okay, so at first it was just a meme I read somewhere that said that there was a huge plague or maybe an epidemic in 1720, then there was another plague or epidemic in 1820, and then there was another plague or epidemic in 1920, and now here's another outbreak of a new disease in 2020. The like that just blew away my mind. I was like, I gotta research more about this and go into more depth. So that's where I started my research. I searched up the 1720 plague, and guess what? There was an epidemic in the city of Marseille in France. There was a massive outbreak in which about 50,000 people died. Now, guys, coronavirus has only killed about 60 people as I last read, which was yesterday, and has affected 2,000 people, which is again yesterday's data. By now, it has probably increased by a lot. And guys, that 1720 plague, 50,000 people dead, absolutely dead. Then again, I checked for 1820, and yes, there was another such incident. This time, it was the outbreak of cholera. And cholera is not a good disease to be having. In fact, no disease is good to be carried by anyone. So yeah, there was a massive cholera outbreak. I unfortunately wasn't able to get around the numbers about the casualties or maybe the people affected, but that's not about it. I then checked for 1920, and yes, there was another huge outbreak. It was the bubonic plague, and the name in itself, it is extremely scary. And guys, now we're in 2020. It's been 4 centuries the same year in which a plague has occurred. I'm beginning to see a pattern that I'm not sure I like. And yes, that was the meme. And yes, that was me repeating it. And probably you could meme that, probably, yeah, and make me famous. Continuing with news as before. Auschwitz camp survivors return after 75 years for a memorial ceremony. Holocaust survivors and international leaders gathered at the site of the former Nazi concentration camp in Auschwitz, which is in Poland, to mark the 75th anniversary of the camp's liberation. Over 1.1 million people, mostly Jews, were murdered at the camp by the German forces during the World War II. Israeli President Reuven Rivlin said, "Our duty is to fight anti Semitism, racism, and fascist nostalgia." I can't even express once again how much I agree with that statement. All of this racism and everything where you basically discriminate between people, it's it's the most horrible thing that humanity can do, and we really need to end it all. And it really gives me a tear just by seeing that how these people who were there to be killed, and then they all suddenly reunite after 75 years for a memorial ceremony. Oh no, the virus has entered India, guys. Oh my god, you gotta look at this. First suspected coronavirus case in Bihar, which was in a 29-year-old woman who has been admitted, has been detected. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Oh no. This can't happen. This can't be true, guys. So the woman was returning from China's Tianjin, as it says over here, and she showed symptoms similar to that of the virus. Now I'm not gonna have a good night over here because I'm really so scared of the virus, and oh my god, it has entered our country. Oh no. Guys, that is just too much for me to handle in a single day. And so on that note, I'll have to end today's video. I hope you liked it. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.